So in the past year or two, I've experienced being more like sort of friendless or losing all your friends twice. And the first time was after moving. It's not that we didn't keep in touch and that we didn't still like occasionally text, but the reality is when you don't see them every day anymore and you're kind of placed in a completely different environment, it gets harder and harder to find the same things to talk about. Because, for example, school friends, right? You're no longer in the same classes, you don't have the same teachers. Even the courses that are available at your schools can be completely different. And that's when I first became, well, virtually completely friendless. And then the second time is, having a falling out with a small friend group that I found at my new school. And it's not so much about not having friends as it is the fear of missing out. Because we see so much about, like, oh, the teenage experience, what is teenage life supposed to look like? And I think it's especially worse with social media because I'll see my friends, like, back where I used to live, and they're all hanging out together, and, they're, like, going on outings that I know I would have gone to if I were still there. And I think maybe it would have been better to just not have social media and not need to see these things. But the way to deal with it is, first of all, you just need to let these things go. Everyone lives life at their own pace, and I think that the fear of missing out just comes from not realizing what we already have. Instead of, like, comparing our own experience with the experiences of others and how we expect our experience to be, it would just be a lot simpler if we look at what we have and appreciate our experience, because, as they say, the grass is always greener on the other side. So when we try to, like, question why we aren't, like, going to concerts with friends or, like, in a relationship or, like, have a big friend group where we all have, like, a Friendsgiving or something, it's not that it's bad to want these things, but to have, like, this fear of it and going out of your way to, like, find it, you don't need to do that. I think the right people will find you at the right times. And, if you sometimes go out of your way to look for it, you might end up being friends with the wrong people, and that can just take you down the wrong path. So, conclusively, it's easier to deal with FOMO if you just, let go of the fear of missing out, like maybe get off social media, stop comparing how your weekends are going to other people's, and remember that you have a lot to be grateful for. And it's okay to feel lonely, it's okay to want to have certain experiences, but the FOMO is just going to make it worse, and it's much easier, and honestly it's a lot healthier. Just think about what you have and what you're grateful for. Maybe this would have been a good Thanksgiving video, but I didn't have this channel during Thanksgiving, so that's just my thought on FOMO after losing all your friends.